In 1989, inside this secure Beverly Hills mansion, Erik and Lyle Menendez killed their parents, Jose and Kitty. Jose, a high-ranking Hollywood executive, was shot 6 times. Kitty suffered 10 gunshot wounds. The brothers, then aged 18 and 21, initially claimed they had simply found the bodies after returning home. When they were later tried, the brothers argued they acted in self-defense following years of physical and sexual abuse. However, during their joint trial in 1995, the judge excluded that evidence of abuse from the defense's case. Prosecutors argued the brothers were motivated by a multi-million-dollar inheritance. In 1996, the jury agreed, convicting them of first-degree murder and conspiracy to murder. They were sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. For 35 years, the legal system treated this case as a finalized chapter. In 2024, that silence ended with the release of a serialized Netflix drama, Monsters: The Lyle and Erik Menendez Story. The series reached 12 million views in its first weekend alone, bringing the brothers' story to a global audience. By dramatizing the excluded abuse claims, the show introduced the case to a new generation, shifting the public perception of the brothers from calculated killers to victims of trauma. This shift generated substantial real-world momentum, supercharged by advocacy from high-profile celebrities like Kim Kardashian and Rosie O'Donnell. Erik Menendez shared a statement calling the show disheartening slander, and his family labeled it riddled with mistruths. Yet the very production they condemned provided the visibility that reopened their case. It raises a difficult question. Can the weight of a streaming audience move a legal system to reconsider a life sentence? The first shift occurred in 2024, when Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon requested that the brothers' sentences be reduced to 50 years to life. Under California's youthful offender law, leniency is offered to those who committed crimes before age 26. Since Erik and Lyle were 18 and 21, they qualify. In May 2025, a judge agreed they served enough time to deserve that chance, citing their conduct. The practical consequence was pivotal. For the first time since their arrest, the Menendez brothers were legally eligible for release. Public pressure had successfully influenced the legal framework to grant them a path to a hearing. But the courtroom only provided the opportunity. The state's prison board still firmly held the final gate to their actual freedom. In August 2025, the brothers faced their first parole board hearings, where cultural sympathy met the rigid evaluations of the penal system. Erik's hearing took place on August 21st. Despite the public support, the board found he was not a model prisoner and still posed a risk to public safety. The following day, Lyle appeared before a different board. He was also denied release. Commissioners noted Lyle's genuine remorse, but cited lingering antisocial traits, including deception, minimization, and rule-breaking, as reasons he was not yet ready for the outside world. The brothers must now wait 3 years to try again, though that time could be reduced to 18 months with good behavior. The reality is that while media attention can reopen a courtroom, the strict behavioral standards of the prison system remain a separate hurdle. There is one remaining path in the California justice system that can bypass the parole board: executive clemency. This grants the state governor the unilateral power to pardon a prisoner or override a parole board's recommendation. Currently, California Governor Gavin Newsom is reviewing a request for the brothers' pardon. Newsom's decision carries weight beyond this single case. As he navigates a shift in his political positioning and eyes a potential run for the presidency, his handling of high-profile crimes serves as a signal to a national audience. He must now balance a widespread, Netflix-driven call for mercy against the specific public safety risk warnings issued by his own state's parole commissioners. True crime media has the power to rewrite history in the court of public opinion, but a prisoner's actual freedom remains a calculation of their conduct, institutional law, and the political stakes of the moment.